Welcome everyone to another episode of Elbows Type Podcast. It's your host Travis and John. John, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, and I'm talking from sunny San Diego while Travis is back in Washington.
Woo! It's a beautiful day. How's the weather down there?
Well, it's pretty nice, man. I'll tell you what, being on the coast, we average our temperature is probably about 75 every day.
Wow.
But if you go inland a little bit, they're up to 88, 89. So I feel pretty fortunate to be right here on the coast.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah, what I didn't know was if you're within, they said, I believe if you're within 15 miles of the coast, they don't do air conditioning.
What?
Yep.
So you
So everyone that lives out here on the coastline, they do not have AC.
so you don't have AC right now is what you're telling me.
That is correct.
How is that possible? You're in California.
It's great, man. Doesn't bother me in the least.
What?
Yeah, feels good in here.
You are out of
19
your
fans.
mind.
No, it's great. It's good to go.
That's like when I first
So
moved up here. People were telling me that there's no AC up here, and I was like, what?
I need an AC back there. I don't know what they're talking about. It gets hot.
But
I don't get this cool ocean breeze back home.
that is the truth. Sorry, I'm just sipping on my delicious water right now.
Yeah, they just to cover the beer of the day for everyone. I'm having a Cali Cream and Vanilla Cream Ale. Tastes a lot like an orange sickle. It's delicious.
I think, like you said earlier, we had it before on the show, right?
Yeah, I think it was around the third or fourth one.
Ooh, that was a long time ago. That was a lot of alcohol to go.
I know, man. That's back when you were just a wee new white belt.
That's right. Back when you were a wee new white belt too. Why you over here fronting? Little jerk.
But yeah. So I'm jealous that you're still getting to participate in jiu-jitsu back home.
I'll tell you
As
what,
you
man.
know.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I said, as you know, I don't have that luxury out here, so I'm sure you'll be stomping me when I get back in 6 or so months.
I don't know, man. I'm getting my butt kicked while I'm out here, anyways. So it's no joke at all. But
Oh, that's true.
I did. So I've been doing a little bit of the level 3 contact jiu-jitsu and a little bit of level 2 no contact jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And I must tell you, one, when you don't do jiu-jitsu for a long time, it affects you. And then two, when all you do is drill for an hour, it affects you. It's no joke. Like, it's freaking hard.
I've watched you live at the no touch drilling for an hour, and I'm like, oh God, that looks horrible.
Yeah, dude,
Like,
it is no joke.
yeah, I mean, I could see it on your guys' faces. I was like, oh man.
He's like, all right, 30 more seconds. I was like, 30 more seconds? Like, what do you mean 30 more seconds? I'm over this. Like, this needs to be done already. But
Well, if it makes you feel better, I had to go buy a cup and a mouthpiece today
why?
for class tomorrow at the Krav Maga place.
Oh, Krav Maga, huh?
Yeah, now, I think the last time I wore a cup, I was probably 10. So we'll see how this goes.
I guess you could say things are getting pretty serious then, huh?
Yeah, I was like, hey, do I need anything for this? And like, oh yeah, probably a cup and a mouthpiece. I was like, oh, all right.
That's so funny.
And I've been thinking about that a lot today because, we're used to slow, methodical, maintaining your energy and looking for a submission, right? But that's not what these guys do.
No, they're trying to kill each other all the time, right?
Yeah, like right out, like they're just trying to end it as quickly as possible. And I'm thinking, ooh, this. But then I was like, but they're also not going as hard as they can. So it'll be interesting to figure out like at what tempo I need to go.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Because we go to the submission. So I'm
Right.
like, well, they don't actually submit in this kind of stuff. So I'm excited to see the difference.
Yeah, it's going to be cool, too, because when you start training different martial arts, you get, like, a different perspective of fighting and how you should gauge things, right? That's why, like, wrestlers, when they come into jiu-jitsu, they're so, like, balls to the wall the whole time because in that grappling sense, you're always going as hard as possible. You know what I mean? So it'll be interesting when you're like, all right, let's just go a little bit easy, and they're like, no, that's not what we do here.
Yeah, no, I was thinking like their actual sparring. Like, what's the end, right? Because they're
Yeah.
not concerned with points or submission. So
Yeah.
like, how is it over?
I think it has to do with submissions too, though. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, or not submissions, points is what I mean. Like a striking to the face or whatever. Or maybe you just go to knock to each other out. I'm not sure. I've never seen competitive Krav Maga. You know?
Me neither. I tried to find some and I couldn't find anything. But from what I did find was they actually don't do any points or anything like that. So
Really?
they don't do competitions. I guess that's not the spirit behind their martial art.
Well, then what the hell do you do it for if it's not to prove that you're better
Just
than them?
so just purely self defense.
Dang.
But I listened to a quick Joe Rogan podcast on it where he talks about his thoughts on it. And
What do you say?
if he says it's legit for me. So good enough.
Yeah, no, I definitely have never heard of anything negative about Krav Maga in a sense of like it not being super legit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So
But I'm definitely excited to try it. Tomorrow I'll be in a 2-hour lesson from 5 to 7:30.
really,
Mm-hmm.
5 to 7:30.
Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
I'm getting there early. Class starts at 6, but they want to give me an intro at 5. And I think the guy talked about, just making sure I know how to fall and things like that. So I feel like I'll ace that.
You're like, little do you know.
I think I'll be okay with that one.
That's funny. And then,
Yeah.
do they tell you kind of like what is expected for the class?
Well, yeah, he said they do a lot of Muay Thai, and the guy that teaches or that I talked to yesterday, been boxing for about 10 years, so they do a lot of stand up. He said the way they spar is interesting. Is they actually start with back to back, and then they turn around and go.
Huh.
But they do start from the sitting position.
And then it's like get up and take out the other opponent as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you do groin shots or like?
Well, I don't. Well, from what I watched on YouTube, they do. So
Really?
I was like,
You're like, I'm about to come back and kick someone in the nuts real hard.
I got a little scared YouTubing it because one guy's like, well, I'll tell you right now, you don't want a plastic cup, you want a metal one because when the plastic one breaks, the shards go into your thighs.
What?
And
How hard are you going to get kicked in the nuts?
And I was like, oh, this sounds painful.
But for some reason, I'm excited. Like,
I was like, well, this will be interesting.
So you're not going to do the boxing down there then, huh?
No, he said they'll incorporate that all into the class, but they do private coaching on the side right now during COVID.
Uh-huh.
So as long as I schedule a time with them, we can do boxing or whatever I want. There's no additional cost. So
Oh, nice. That's legit.
I'm gonna go try out their normal classes, to see how they normally teach Krav Maga.
Right.
And I'll give it a week or two, see how I feel about it. And if it's not something I'm really picking up or interested in, then I'll just start doing some private boxing lessons or something like that.
And was this the same place that you were talking about before you left, or is this a different place?
Same place.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. It's only about probably a half mile from where I'm staying, so it was convenient. There was a boxing gym I wanted to go try out downtown San Diego, but with my daughter here, I didn't want to spend all day at work and then all day somewhere else.
Yeah, I could completely understand that. Yeah. I just been doing jiu-jitsu maybe once or twice a week, really, just because I've been working so much at work and then also with school and trying to keep up with the family. It's kind of like either I work out and then go home and do classwork, or I do jiu-jitsu and then go home and attempt to do classwork because, it's jiu-jitsu runs so much later than CrossFit does. So
Right, for sure.
So then,
Isn't it funny how much we lose just like a month away, a month and a half? It feels like the cardio and just even the muscle memory, like getting back to rolling, it feels like I lost my the normal flow I would have in a roll.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I was like, what am I doing? Where am I going with this?
You're like, how does this happen, man? Like,
yeah. I used to have a move from right here. What's going on?
I've definitely felt that too. I rolled with one of our white belts, Keegan, the other day, and I gave up my arm, and he capitalized on it, and I was like, well, it looks like I can't fight out of that anymore. It's no joke. It's no joke.
Yeah,
So,
and Keegan's a beast anyway.
dude, he's getting so
You
much
can't
better. It's ridiculous.
you can't sleep on him at all.
He's getting
Yeah.
so much better so fast. So, and then he does a lot of classes, and then some people are doing 2-3 classes, 4 classes a week. They'll do the level 1 or the level 2 and the level 3s. So, but I'm just excited for all this to be over with and get back to normal, man. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I don't know if there'll ever be a normal or if it'll ever be really over.
yeah.
Uh, it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting because hopefully we take away from all this stuff that's going on. Like the main thing is people's hygiene. People hopefully are more conscious of their hygiene now because of all this. But there's a lot of things that I just want to go back to normal. Like I don't want to wear a face mask everywhere I go. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I don't want like 14 different like things of hand sanitizer in my house.
Right.
But
Well, and a big difference, between Washington and California that I've noticed is it seems like California maybe adapted a little bit better
really,
as far as the restaurants and stores and things like that because they're pretty much all open, but everything's outside.
oh, that's nice.
So what they did is they like closed off streets and roads and they made that outdoor dining.
Wow.
So for those restaurants that would normally have to be closed because nobody can sit in it, they just shut down the road and let them move their restaurant outside.
That is interesting.
Yeah, so like we could still go out right now and I can go to a restaurant, drink some beer, eat some food. I'm just sitting outside.
That's nice, man.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
We haven't really eaten out too much. Everything still is like takeout here. You know what I mean? So, you could go to a restaurant and eat out, but we just haven't done it. Like Lauderdale and I, excuse me, we're not like super worried about the whole thing in a sense of like if either one of us were to get it, we're pretty sure we would just bounce back. You know what I mean? But we are worried about the people around us getting it from us, and then also since the baby is due in October, we're going to self-quarantine before we go to the hospital because if you go to the hospital and you test positive, they could take the baby away from Lauderdale, and they could also say, I can't be there for the birth. So it's like, so we'll probably self-quarantine for 2-3 weeks before the baby's born. So,
Well, you know what? I think there's free testing out in Silverdale now too, so you can honestly go get tested whenever you want.
oh, really? I don't know. That's
Yeah,
kind of like a blessing and a curse.
yeah. Well, I mean, if you went and got tested now and you come back with the antibody, at least you know you've already had it.
Yeah, I think that's what happened to us in December, and I'm just saying.
Pretty sure. Yeah, even Rite Aid test out here. They can get tested everywhere. I think there's like 10 clinics within a mile of me that just test for free.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure once this is all over and jiu-jitsu starts back up, we're all going to have quite a bit of growing to do again, man. There's some days I was like, one day we were in the no-touch class and professor was like, all right, so shrimp to reverse shrimp to shoulder roll. I was like, no. I just can't do this. Like, it's just terrible.
I feel you. I was sitting there thinking today, like, man, how come I can't remember one throw? Like I'm going to this judo class tomorrow,
Uh-huh.
And I was like, how come I can't remember any throws? I know we had to do like 5 of them, or 5 takedowns in the blue belt test.
Yep.
And I'm over here thinking like, I can barely remember one right now.
You're like, how do I do this again?
Yeah, I was like, where's my Roy Dean videos?
Yeah. Do you still pay for Roy Dean?
Yeah, so it's the only thing I still pay for. Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, we oh, excuse me. I haven't watched too much Roy Dean, but I have caught a couple videos here and there, and I've been watching like more UFC because they have the UFC going on again, and Submission Underground and stuff like that too. So, which has been pretty cool. Have you watched any of the Submission Underground yet?
Yesterday when I went to the Bear Cave, they were hosting the UFC fights there, free food and everything. So that's why we went over and checked it out.
How was it? Did you watch it at all?
No, I didn't. I wasn't quite comfortable, to really hang out there and watch the fights. I just don't know anybody there yet, so I'm sure once I get acclimated, then I'll be fine.
Yeah, yeah. I watch the highlights on Reddit quite a bit, but other than that, I try to watch it on our Fire Stick, but our internet is so bad right now. It's like hit and miss, man. Like I'll be surprised if I don't drop this call.
That's
You know what I
horrible.
mean? So because until we get our wave internet again finally in a couple months, then it's if Lauderdale checks her Facebook, it freaking it freezes up. So
That's horrible. It's like what year are we in?
yeah. Yeah, right. It's like how come DSL? Like how did we ever live off DSL? Like this
Right?
is so bad, you know?
Yeah, I remember having satellite internet. That was just as bad.
Yes. Yeah, I remember when satellite internet came out, I thought it was going to be the new hot thing. Come to find out, it was not. It was actually really
Yeah.
bad. I never had to deal with it, but I remember people telling me how bad it was when it first came out. Because we had Dish growing up, and so we're like, I like Dish TV, or was it no
Yeah.
DirecTV? We had DirecTV, and so I was like, Dad, you should get satellite internet. And we grew up in Vegas, so we didn't really have to worry about the clouds and stuff like that too much. But then my dad started to tell us like, no, why would we do that? Do you understand like what it would be like on a cloudy day? And I was like, oh, I didn't even think about that. So,
Yeah, no kidding.
but honestly, I think satellite internet would probably be better than what I have right now. It's that bad.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. That's why I was like, yeah, don't FaceTime me. You're just breaking up.
Yeah. Before we started recording, guys, we try to like FaceTime. We're using Facebook Messenger to record this on my computer because we tried doing it on my phone and we got a lot of feedback, and then it doesn't actually use the microphone to record it, or it doesn't to talk to John, so it still uses my phone and it sounds like garbage for John. So we ended up figuring this out. So this works pretty good so far, but I need to find a better way to record it. So I got to go do some searching tonight on how to record audio on my computer. So, but this might be
Well,
it
now
for the
that
next couple months.
well, this is our test right here. So next time maybe we can try to either you'll have a guest there or I'll bring one over here. But it'll be interesting to see how we do it with another cell phone on this end.
Oh yeah, huh? I think can you
Hmm.
do a conference call with this?
I don't know. I do not know.
We'll have
Maybe
to dig into this. We might have to start
You're
doing Zoom meetings.
you're the IT expert.
Yeah, we might. Yeah, right. I wouldn't say expert, but we might have to start doing Zoom meetings because then we can have multiple people. We could have like 100 people jump into it, and we could still use the recording device and whatnot. So, but
Hey, did your guys is Revolution going on back on for you guys
no,
or
they canceled it again for November.
did
So
they?
yeah, and one thing that they did too out here is Governor Inslee freaking made phase 2 that he changed the rule to only being 5 people instead of 10 people. So we had to also cancel our baby shower. But so
Really?
he's changing the rules and making it stricter because they're saying that the numbers are showing that with all the people meeting up recently is the reason why we're getting an increased number of cases again. So because people stopped wearing masks and they're not
Yeah.
abiding by all this stuff. So
Yeah, I saw it here and they were trying to pin it on the 4th of July weekend.
yeah,
They
same.
were like, yeah, and I was thinking, was it really the 4th of July weekend or was it the thousands of people I watched on TV protesting without masks? Like,
Right.
really?
I mean, it could be
how-
all of it, right? You know what I mean?
yeah, right. But I mean, how do you pinpoint like the 4th of July weekend? I was
Yeah.
like, really?
Well, maybe
Yeah.
what they did is they asked the people. They're like, "Hey, what were you doing this last weekend?" And they're like, "Oh, I was at a 4th of July." And then they were like, "Oh, well, there you go. That's the
Yeah.
reason that you got it." You know what I mean?
They didn't ask that lady that was breaking into the Cheesecake Factory in Seattle, running down the street with a cheesecake.
I
I don't know if you
man.
saw that. That was
Uh-uh.
live on TV.
Was
Yeah.
it really?
Yeah, well, they were looting. Yeah, literally broke into the Cheesecake Factory, running down the street with a cheesecake.
I mean, she's got the right priorities. I'll tell you that. I love me some cheesecake. I ain't even gonna front. That if
Yeah,
that
that's
lady, I
true.
saw that lady, I'm like, yo, why didn't you get me any? Like,
Yeah,
so.
that's funny.
But so, what you guys been up to down in San Diego? Besides, I see you guys at the beach quite a bit, but
Yeah, we've been trying to like get some exercise in, so we pretty much go and run on the beach, play frisbee, uh, jog, pretty much walk around everywhere. I thought it was a great idea to ride my bike, and by bike I mean bicycle, to work a couple times.
no, not good
Uh,
idea.
Horrible.
The
I
Silver
didn't
Strand's fun to
realize.
ride.
Yeah,
It is
I mean,
far
I
though.
guess. Yeah, I
It's
was
very
like, well, how
far.
long is it gonna take? It's 12 miles each way. But my bike only goes, if I'm cheating and I use the battery on it, 15 miles an hour. So it's still almost an hour for me to get to work if I
That's
do
so
that.
funny.
Yep. And I was like, and, you're still pedaling the whole way. I
Right.
was like, this is kind of exhausting.
Like this is actually not very fun. I thought this was gonna be way
Yeah.
funner.
Yeah. No, I've done it a couple times and I don't know if I'll do it again.
That's funny. So what's your daily routine look like while you're down there?
Right now, pretty much working 10-hour shifts at work, starting tomorrow since I get to try the Krav Maga. I'm basically just going to go to work all day, come home for an hour and a half, head over there, spend 2 hours at their gym, and come home. Luckily, I have some company here with Olivia here,
Yeah,
but
when is she coming home?
she's probably about the middle of next month.
Oh, nice. That's nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we just got an email this last week about um Japan again. So I think I'm going to try to go to Japan. So
You might as well just come down here, man.
yeah, right. I know. Well, so Japan will be December to around April is what I was looking at. So, and then
Mm,
Lord, I was like, well, talk to John and see what he thinks and whatnot. So, but
man, who knows?
I
But at
know,
least if you go to, at least if you go to back to Japan, you got the good jujitsu there.
I know. But the thing is they still haven't been doing it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think they've been doing it on base.
Man, that's tough. I mean, I've been struggling to think of ways to even incorporate the movements and exercises here. Like
Right.
the place I'm in is kind of small. There's no really open area to lay down a mat and do stuff.
Right.
And it might sound cool, like if you're like, oh man, I'll get up in the morning and go watch the sunrise and do some movements on the sand, but it's actually not that nice.
Why is that?
like, like the sand's kind of annoying.
Oh,
Like I was
really?
like, yeah. I
That's
was like,
funny.
man, I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna figure something out.
Yeah, yeah. That's one thing, right? Is you're like kind of in an improvisation moment now. You know what I mean? Like you can't just expect things to work. You kind of got to be a little bit more proactive and get out
Yeah,
there and do it. You know what I mean? And when you're working
yeah,
so much, it's kind of hard to want to get out there and
yeah. It's hard to find the motivation for
yeah,
sure. I'll
yeah.
tell you what my motivation is right now. Pretty much, I'm gonna go to any place that's open that does full contact with it. I don't care.
That's where
I
I'm
don't
at
care
right
what it
now.
is. If it could be taekwondo. If they're open, I'm going. Like
It's,
whoever's open.
But if
But
it's is it full contact Zumba, I'm doing it. Like
yeah, I'm there. Sign me up.
that's
And
so
my
funny.
motivation is there is no way I'm going to be down here for 6.5 months not doing anything and then have to come back home and jump into jiu-jitsu class.
Right, because
No way.
it's gonna kill you if you do that.
Yeah, it'll be one thing maybe to be rusty on my movements, but another thing to be totally out of shape and rusty on your movements.
Right. And you can't go to the gym on base either, right? Because they made it active duty
Nope.
only.
Yeah, it's all closed, man. All closed.
That's crazy, dude. You were so
Yep.
excited to go down there. You're like, I'm gonna do jiu-jitsu the whole time. I'm gonna lose all this weight. You're gonna come back fatter and lazier than when you left.
You're right. Well, like Google is my friend. Who's open? I'm calling everyone.
Oh my god, that's so funny. But you might as well just get your own Gracie garage going, man.
Oh yeah, I don't think so. But small world, like I told you, professor's out here on vacation.
Yeah,
I saw, Pete's out here. I reached out to him a couple times.
yeah. Jordan's down there too, right?
Yeah, how crazy is that to see him at the same restaurant eating lunch?
Yeah. What happened? You were just sitting there, and he's like, "John."
No, I was sitting there eating, and Katie's like, "Is that Jordan?" And I looked over, and I was like, "What?" Yep, it was him.
That's so funny.
Like, just the randomness of me being at the same restaurant at the same time in a different state. Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though. Like, um, if you could, that's the thing about like CrossFit and jiu-jitsu and stuff like that. When you have like a community, it's pretty cool because you'll never know when you run into someone like, especially from doing it internationally. You know what I mean? Like being in Japan.
Yeah.
Now we have even more people that we know that we could run into in random places, especially due to the Navy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'll tell you what else is funny. It's like how comfortable we would come with the people that we roll with.
Right.
Like seeing Jordan, it's like whatever. I'll just go over there and give him a hug.
Right, right. And people are like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, actually, it did happen. Like this lady's, "Hey, you got to put your mask on."
That's so funny. You're like, "No, it's all right. I've swallowed this guy's sweat before. We're good. Don't worry."
Yeah, we're good.
That's too funny. Yeah, no, you definitely. I mean, I trust people that are gonna do jujitsu with me more than the average person because I know. Like they don't want to get someone sick either, But random people out in public, don't come within 6 feet of me, bro. Go ahead and just take that social distancing pretty seriously. We're in Lowe's today, and I was like, you know what, baby? Every once in a while, when I see someone without a mask on in public, granted, don't get me wrong, I don't think masks are very. I think they're pretty stupid, to tell you the truth. But that's besides the point. I wear my mask. But when I see people out in public without their mask on, I just want to be like, just put the damn mask on. Like, Jesus, man, we get it. You don't want to do it. Like, but holy crap. Just wear it. It's okay.
I think what helped me with the decision with the mask wearing is I'm just not going to think about it anymore. If they mandate it, I'm going to wear it.
Yeah, that's how I am right now.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to wear it. Don't get me wrong.
I don't either.
If I go, yeah. But if I'm going to go out, and the store requires it, then guess what? You wear it. That's the only way you're getting in there.
Yeah, right. And then I'm not going to freak out when they say, hey, a mask is required. I'm like, hey, I guess you're just not going to get my business if I don't have one. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that big of a deal, Yeah, in my eyes.
Common sense lets you know, I don't care what people say. Anything's getting through that mask.
Right.
Like,
right.
That you can easily tell everything gets through the mask.
Right. I know I sneeze and I feel bad because I don't cover my mouth because people are so in tune with the mask is going to cover everything. And when I don't cover my face fully, I'm like, I still feel like an asshole for doing that. Like, I don't care what people think. So
yeah, no kidding.
But the main problem too is just like when I wear my glasses, I fog up my glasses so freaking bad. I'm like, ugh. But
me too. I just stopped wearing my glasses when I wear the mask. I just put them on my head.
Yeah. But if it makes other people feel better, especially if they're a high risk or, you know what I mean? Like, I don't mind. I could live with a little bit of uncomfortability for a little bit. Because I would rather feel uncomfortable wearing a mask than feeling guilty that I may have caused someone to get it. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
just my personal opinion.
I'm with you.
But
I'm ready for them to open everything up and get back
to training. Me too, man. It's so much fun training, and I miss it so much. I've been doing a lot of CrossFit again lately, though, because you can maintain social distancing doing that. So
that's true.
It's nice lifting weights again.
Come back?
Yeah, yes and no. Like I'm getting that COVID bod going right now. So I definitely have to do something better. So that's why I started working out more, and that's why I was like, I can only do one thing at a time. I can't do all of them at once, or in one day. I don't have enough time right now.
Yeah, that's the way I got, man. I mean, you get busy, you got work, you got life, kids. There's only so much you can cram in there.
Right. Yeah,
and still try to get 5 hours of sleep.
Right. Yeah, a maximum of 5 hours. But it's been a fun time. The baby's due here soon. We're gonna have to figure out how to do like a virtual baby shower or something like that. But it's gonna.
You guys gonna keep the placenta and make vitamins to eat?
No.
A lot of people do that.
I know, it's crazy.
I wouldn't do it either, but know. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah. I'm like, I mean, if you want the placenta, you can have it, John. I'm good.
No, I'll talk to Laura. They'll probably sell her on it. Next thing you
Oh
know,
my
you'll be
God,
eating
dude. That woman's so gullible. You totally be like, you'll forget to keep that placenta. And she'll be like, why? I'm like, don't listen to John. He's just out to get you, like always. So, but
Truth.
we're slowly, man. The thing too that sucks is if they keep going the way that they're going, we're never gonna get a home gym, because everything just keeps getting sold out, man. Like,
I hear that.
But because
I don't know how they keep up with it, man. It's tough right now. I don't know. It's interesting. I think this is going to cause it's going to be weird too because I think a lot of small businesses are going to go under.
yeah, agreed.
So is it just going to be like massive, the big chain stores forever? You know what I mean? Is
Yeah.
that going to be your only option?
Yeah. What's crazy is I was reading in my macroeconomics class right now a very interesting article that talked about how like brick and mortar stores like Target and Walmart and all these other ones that mainly rely on people being in store to make their money are suffering right now because it costs so much. It costs the company so much money to do purely online shopping.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because, like shipping and handling and then all this and that. And I thought it was really interesting because like Target will give free shipping on certain items, right? But they don't have a membership fee in order to get that free shipping, as to where like Amazon has free shipping, but that's because you pay $10 a month in Amazon Prime to get that, right? So even if you don't buy anything for 2-3 months, they're still getting that money and they use that towards the shipping cost, right? So I thought that was really interesting because they're saying most companies rely on customers to be inside the stores to buy, and it's usually around 80% of the revenue comes from in-store shopping. So I'm like, whew, that sucks.
Yeah, that's rough. And since you brought up Amazon, Amazon Prime back home, I don't know about you, but I stopped getting stuff in 2 days a long time ago. Now
Really?
it's like 3, 4. Yeah. But here it's like same day. And when they deliver it to your door, they take a picture of it and text it to you.
Really?
So you can see it sitting on your doorstep.
That's pretty nice. They definitely don't do that here.
Yeah,
Not in the slightest.
I was like, wow, look, it's sitting outside on the front door. Nice.
Yeah, I've gotten some things in 2-3 days, but most of the stuff I usually order at the end of the week, and then I get it the next day. But yeah, I like Amazon Prime just because I still don't want to pay for shipping. Like it's like even if it's like 3-4 days, it's still worth paying that extra $10 in shipping because we've been ordering quite a bit of stuff. Because we're like outfitting the office and then the baby's room and all that stuff. So,
I do have a Combat X trainer being shipped to me. I don't know if it's
what is that?
It's like a giant yoga ball with nubs on it, so you can practice your jiu-jitsu.
Oh, is that the doll thing?
Yeah, no, it looks like a big yoga ball. It's like big and fat.
Right.
And it's got nubs on it, and you literally, so you can put your weight on it and all that kind of stuff and work your movements.
Very interesting. I'm going to look that up.
It's called Combat X Trainer. I don't know if it's gimmicky or not. The reviews look pretty good, and I watched, what's the brothers we like so much? The Gracie brothers. What's the one guy's name?
Henner?
Henner. I watched Henner talk about it.
Oh, yeah, this exactly. I know what this thing is. Yeah, I've seen it before.
So it's on the way right now.
Yeah. We were doing some stuff in class on a med ball, and it was like neon belly drills and whatnot. And I thought I had a solid neon belly position until you try to do it on a medicine ball. And it's not that legit, let me tell you. You feel pretty stupid when you're like falling all over the place on a simple neon belly. Like I was getting frustrated, man. But
that's funny. But we see how it goes. That's what I got coming to be my jiu-jitsu partner.
There you go. Man, did you see the knee bar that happened last night in the UFC?
I did. I watched it this probably a couple hours ago. I was like, whoo.
bro.
That was rough. Rough.
Oh man.
That's when you can't tap fast enough. That's when you just scream.
Literally, and that's what she did. Like
Yeah.
she was. It looked like she was going for like a calf slicer. And let me pull it up real quick.
Oh, I watched it. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
it hurt me.
she went for the chick on the bottom went for a calf slicer, and the other chick was like, no, not in the slightest, and knee barred her like, and
She's like,
I think
this knee bar
broke
will
her
beat your
knee in
calf slicer.
half. Oh my
Yeah,
god! But
that was rough.
yeah, there was and then also Kevin. Oh crap! What is his name? His last name. Anyways, he got heel hooked last night. That was pretty cool to see a heel hook in the UFC. I like seeing those. But
Yeah, you do.
love me some heel hooks, man.
It's like your version of a wrist lock. You like the heel hooks?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't like doing them, but so it was. Arian Lipsky, I think was her name, is the one that did the knee bar last night. Apparently, she's like an ADCC, or ADCC. I'm like, for some reason saying it wrong, but she's like competed in the ADCC for like jiu-jitsu and stuff like that. So she's actually pretty legit. But
Well, that's why I'm interested to see what's going to happen when I get punched in the face and I'm trying to do jiu-jitsu.
they're like, all right, so block right here, and then they're gonna be like, all right, I need you to telegraph it really hard because that's what we do in jiu-jitsu.
Maybe I'll have Olivia bring her phone and record it while I'm getting pummeled.
Oh my gosh.
It should be interesting.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll make sure you never see it.
you gotta get a GoPro, record all this stuff, and then you could put it on a YouTube page.
Oh yeah, that's what I want people to see.
Right, you're just getting that ass whooped.
Yeah, some young stud. No thanks.
So, what are you looking forward to the most right now?
Oh man, what am I looking forward to the most right now? I don't know. I'm enjoying the quality time me and Olivia are getting. I'm looking forward really to getting back home. Probably, I'm already ready to get back home. I've only been down here 3 weeks.
Ooh.
I'm looking forward to getting back.
Yeah, and you're down there for what, 6 months?
Until mid-January.
Mid-January. It's gonna be a while, man. It's gonna be a while, but at least you're in somewhere that's really nice, and you could still go outside and you're with your daughter and whatnot. You know what I mean? So
yeah, it's nice to look out the window and look at the ocean all day, even though you can't touch the water.
yeah, I kind of wish I would have went down to San Diego, but then again, it's all right. I'm not too worried about it. There's always next year. You know what I mean? So
yeah, and it's not too late.
Too late to come down there?
Yeah, man, you got this project's going until mid next year.
Oh well, in that case, I don't know. Maybe I'll talk to Lordell. Maybe San Diego will be better than Japan.
Yeah, maybe she wants to come down with you.
Yeah, there you go. Especially because the boys are gonna not be in school for the rest of their life. So,
and everyone's teleworking,
right? So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. So, but in any case,
did you get a new dog?
No, we got Blaze still.
Oh, all right. I heard you were getting a new one. Just checking.
Oh my gosh, you're so stupid. You're always trying to pull that. Always trying to pull it.
Hey, it's just what I heard recently.
Oh my god.
Week.
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right.
That is not going to happen.
Checking.
Look, bro, you say that all the time.
Hey, I just hear it. I'm just asking.
But in any case, man, I'm going to let you go because I got to do some school work. It was good catching up with you. It's good to know that we figured it out now so we can do this. So, you know what I mean?
All right, man.
All right, buddy. Hey, thanks everyone for listening. Remember, follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. Like us on all of your, subscribe to all of us or to us on all of the podcasting things you got, all that great stuff. And yeah, we'll still be recording even when John's all the way down in San Diego. We just got to figure out how we're going to do it with a guest. So, but in any case, it's been real. It's been fun. Remember, guys, no oil checks here.
It was